What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the fourth episode of the Raw Footage Podcast, a podcast dedicated to the Scream franchise. As you know, I'm your host, Marcus, here on I Shot 'Em Six Times YouTube horror movie channel, and I'm super excited to be here with you all tonight. I know it is a late one. I greatly appreciate anybody who's able to come into this episode and hang out for this stream. And for those who may not be able to do so, maybe if you can catch a replay. Either way, do your boy a solid. Shoot the like button as well as the hype button on this episode of the podcast. It goes a long way in helping the channel out. And if you happen to be a new viewer, let me know in the comment section. Shoot that subscribe button and as well as hit that bell notification so you get all the notifications in regards to content coming up on the channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to be here with you all tonight to talk about some Scream 7. We have had a plethora of news and TV spot trailers that have come out over the last couple of days, ever since late Saturday night. And they've been keeping us on our toes with this footage. And I'm super excited to break it down with you all here tonight. I am not alone. I do have a guest. If you guys seen the overlay in the thumbnail or the title of this video, then you know who that guest is, and we will bring him on very shortly. Now, I will also let you guys know what we are going to be doing in this episode is we're going to be breaking down all of the trailers for Scream 7 that has come out over the last couple of days. Sorry, kind of went a little voice there. But we're basically going to be breaking down all the trailers. I believe it's like 3 or 4 of them that have come out over the last 2 days, and minus the ones that came out Saturday night because I already did a video on those. I'm strictly talking about the Super Bowl trailer, the TV spot trailer that was released shortly after that, as well as there was like another TV spot or another little clip that came out. Like, they just been fucking feeding us footage, and I'm super excited to break it down and talk with you all about it and discuss what we see and express how we feel about these particular scenes in these TV spot trailers. I also have some overlays of some shots that I'm definitely going to be putting up here on the screen so that we can also discuss those particular scenes and moments and, delve into what we're thinking in these moments. Guys, we're about 3 weeks away. We're altogether, 24 to 25 days away from the film being released. So this is definitely going to be a fun time, and I'm super excited to get into it. But I do want to check out everybody in the chat real quick. See what's going on with everybody. We have 14 people here in this late night hour. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys haven't done so already, shoot the like button as well as share this stream in this episode of the podcast on social media. It goes a long way and it helps grow the community. And I will also say we hit 2,400 subscribers here earlier this morning here on the channel. We are we're actually under 100 now because I believe I'm about at 2,410 subscribers now. So once we get to 2,500 subscribers, I am going to do a celebration live stream. It has been long overdue, but I already have an idea in regards to what I want to do for that stream. And once we hit 2,500, we are going to celebrate because it's well deserved. Not only just for me with the content, but for you guys for being loyal to me, through this up and down journey here on YouTube. So I want to get to the comment section real quick, catch up with you guys. I know I'm a little bit behind, so I'll do my best to speed up real quick. And then we are going to get our guest on here, and then we're going to get everything cracking. King Matthew III, what's going on, man? Saying, what's up? How are you doing tonight? My theory for Scream 7 is that Gail may be the killer because she uses the same line Ghostface uses about Tatum's age in the newest TV spot. I agree. We're definitely going to dig into that, Matthew. Don't you worry. Do not worry. That is something I'm definitely going to be talking about. Matthew also says Gail says the same line to Sidney during the interview scene as shown in the TV spot today, and then Ghostface uses that line in the previous trailer. So I think Gail is definitely a killer now. Yeah, it definitely could be possible. We're gonna definitely break that down. We're gonna get deep into that for sure. Yo, what's up, DJ? Hope you're having a great night. Thank you for being here. Paula's in the chat. What's going on, Paula? Great to see you as always. Okay, so this definitely did jump on me, but I'm going to scroll back up a little bit because I don't want to skip anybody. So, all right, I'm glad I got my place. So, what's up, Spicy Oreo 15? Saying from the Twitter world to the YouTube world. Yeah, I actually can't stream on Twitter now because I guess I have to buy into the premium package, which it wasn't like that before. So I guess I'll just have to buy into the premium package and so I can be able to start streaming on Twitter again. Didn't know they made those changes. user Nava Jaboy saying, wait, what is this for real? Holy, I can't wait for Scream 7. Yeah. They actually have been dropping a slew of TV spot trailers, and one of them that was a highlight was basically for the Super Bowl. And I also heard that we're supposed to get an extended, longer trailer during the Super Bowl as well. So, yeah, hopefully you guys like that thumbnail. I figured, since they are doing a whole cross promotion thing with the Super Bowl, I figured I'd do a little crossover promotion myself with the thumbnail. At Dude08VQ saying that new Scream 7 poster made me happy as a clam. Just what I was looking for marketing wise. New footage is pretty slick too, regardless of it being shot digitally. I agree. I definitely agree. And don't worry, we're going to pull that poster up here later on in the stream because it is a fucking thing of beauty. Like, that might be one of my favorite posters in the entire franchise. And that says a lot because I really like the first trailer for Scream 7 that they released for us with everybody on it. That shit is slick too. Shannon from Talking Star Wars, my good friend, saying stab the like button or else. Go hype the stream. Thank you so much, Shannon. I greatly appreciate that. Yes, if you guys haven't done so already, we are sitting at 22 guests here on this late night hour. If you have not done so already, shoot the like button as well as the hype button on this stream. It helps goes a long way with getting the channel more notoriety, and it helps get my stream more recommendations as well. So again, thank you, Shannon, for that. I appreciate you. I'm going to get caught up. Yeah, user Navar Boy saying the new trailer got me screaming for real. Yeah, these trailers have been really well crafted. Really, really well crafted. Yo, what up, Russ? Saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. If you haven't already, or Ghostface is going to take over the Super Bowl, LOL. Hi, Marcus, and everyone in chat. That's right. It's funny you said that, Russ, because like I told you in Pam's chat earlier, Richie Kirsch is the quarterback of the Seahawks. He is playing in the fucking Super Bowl. You talk about a redemption arc for a Scream character. This guy got brutally murdered by Samantha Carpenter in 2022, somehow got fucking resurrected into the NFL as Sam Darnold, and now this motherfucker is playing in the Super Bowl. I don't think you can write a better redemption arc story than that. Let's go. I'm rooting for our boy Richie. Let's go. Hopefully he dices those Patriots up. Sorry, Patriots fans, but got to roll my boy Richie Kirsch here. I might have to pull that image up later so you guys can really get a good look at how Sam Darnold really looks like Jack Quaid. It's fucking ridiculous how much they look alike. All right, I see some of you guys are talking in the chat, so I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. Yo, what up, Brisk with the bars? Yo, what up, Bearded? What's up, my brother from another mother? What's going on, man? I hope you're having a great night. That's right, Brisk. Stu, that's right. Spam that shit. That's about the only thing I'll allow spammed in the chat outside of the hashtag fake Tatum plug. Y'all can do that if you want. I won't get upset. User Noverboy saying, I just hyped. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. I just got done with watching 1996 Scream, and I'm going to watch all tonight. Hell yeah. Binge watch all the movies. That's awesome. Oh, what's going on, Pam? Saying, can't believe all the great stuff we got today. Yeah, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Like, it's fantastic. It really is. Like, and they gave us a lot of stuff to chew on, but they didn't give us stuff that really is like super spoilery or super like, all right, I know what's going to happen. They gave us a lot of stuff that we are still guessing in regards to what is going to happen outside of the more obvious tease deaths that we have gotten in the trailers. Outside of that being, I guess, spoily, we really haven't gotten too many other things that has been spoily. So love to see it. Thank you for being here, Pam, especially on this late night hour. I'm sure you're not going to be here too long because I know you probably have work in the morning, but thank you for stopping in and checking in on your boy. Jordan Talks Films 4038. My other brother from another mother saying it's late, so I'm gonna go to bed. I might pop back in later, but I don't know. I gotta wake up in 5 hours. Bro, get your beauty sleep so you can go to work, bro. You know what I mean? I appreciate you stopping in though and catch the replay. But definitely if you gotta work in the morning, bro, like or in 5 hours, it's a stretch. No. Yep, simple. Thank you, Jordan. Yep, saying I'll catch the rewatch. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And check out my latest video too, Jordan. I want to know what you think. Shannon saying Marcus has a goal, 9 more light blue super chats, and he'll do 2 more podcasts on Saturday. Yes, that is true. Thank you for pointing that out there, Shannon. Yes, we do have a super chat goal in the house. If we get 10 super chat goals tonight, I will do 2 episodes of the Raw Footage podcast on Saturday. And one of those episodes, I will do a voting poll. You guys will get to vote what topic we're going to talk about for that entire episode. So hopefully we can get to it. If not, you guys know sweat. I just want to be here and talk some Scream 7 with you guys. That's what it's all about. And speaking of these super chats, we have a couple in the house saying, talking Star Wars, coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Shannon. I greatly appreciate you. Saying stab the like button or else hype the stream. Yes, thank you so much for that, Shannon. For the plug again, if you guys haven't done so already, definitely shoot the like button as well as the hype button on this stream. It helps a lot with the channel getting more notoriety. And we've been doing great here lately. Like, my shit's been ticking up. So let's keep the momentum going. I'm going to try to keep the momentum going as best as I can as well. I'm on a new work schedule where I still work full time, but I get like 4 days off. So that means more content's going to get done. Got our boy Kyle coming in, member for 3 months. Thank you so much, Kyle. Coming in with a membership chat saying cheers to 3 months as a member, and Monday and Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday does work for me. All right, I got you, Kyle. Yeah, because I sent you that message on Instagram earlier in regards to my work schedule. All right, so yeah, we're going to talk here soon, man, and we'll put something together because it's been a little bit. And yeah, we got to catch up. And look at this. Oh, thank you, Pam. I appreciate it. Coming in with a $5 super chat. Sister Pam saying, just showing some love. Can't stay long because I should have been asleep an hour ago. Keep killing it. Got to stream together soon. Yes, absolutely, Pam. Pam, if you're still here, let me know what you're doing Saturday evening because I remember you said the other day you wanted to do a stream on your channel. We can definitely do that. And I know how to finagle with the 2 episodes if we hit the super chat goal here tonight. Like basically if I hit the super chat goal tonight, I'll do an early podcast and then maybe another late night stream podcast to where I can be available in the evening if you wanted to stream Saturday. So yeah, definitely let me know. And thank you again for your $5 super chat. It's greatly appreciated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know my guest is probably back here like this motherfucker just won't stop talking. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you guys know him. He is a regular here on this channel. Hell, he's actually an administrator here on this channel. He is my brother from another mother, my certified right-hand man, Destin from Destination Station. What's going on, bro, Ham?
What's up, dude? How you doing tonight, man? Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm just super excited that we get all this plethora of information and footage from Scream 7 and that we are here together to break it down, man. It's been a little bit since we really got to hang out and just, really like bust it up, because I know you have a busy schedule with the acting stuff and work, and I just got my work schedule changed. So this feels really refreshing for us to just kick back, hang out, and go hooligan on these motherfuckers, bro. Let's go.
I know it's been a minute, man. It's just been us doing this, man. So, dude, I'm so glad you got this podcast going. It's so cool, dude. Man, so much information, so much today. I got so many videos coming out tomorrow. Today, it was such a busy day. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna put out some good quality stuff tomorrow. But I am so like energized to just whenever you invited me to do this, I was like, man, okay, at least I get to get it out of my system a little bit one way or the other. So,
when you told me, you're like, oh yeah, the movie I already have scheduled is at 7:00. I'm just like, well, I'm a night owl. You know how this works. So
yeah, for
how
sure.
about 10:15 your time, 11:15 my time? I mean, we'll make this shit work. You know what I mean, bro?
We always make it work, man. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Good to see everybody in the chat too, showing some love.
Absolutely.
Stab that like button.
Thank you so much, brother. Greatly appreciate it. And we are going to get back to the chat here for a second. Now, this is how I want to do this. Before we get into our breakdown and look at the trailers and stuff like that, I want to give the chat some time to express what they feel about the trailers. Maybe give them a solid 15 minutes, to ramble off any questions or any feelings they may have about these trailers. And then once that ends, we are going to transition into us breaking down these trailers. We're going to rewatch them here on the stream. And then slowly but surely, we're going to break some things down and talk about certain scenes that really pique our interest. And I also have some overlay shots that I want to discuss as well. I will ask you this before we get to the chat. Have you seen the clip of fake Tatum, AI Tatum?
Have I seen it? I'm not sure. I could have.
Okay. Well,
I might have been tricked. I don't know.
Well, obviously we're going to rewatch the trailers, and if you catch it, you're going to catch it. But either way, I have it on an overlay. I have an interesting theory in regards to that. And actually, what I'm going to start doing as well with these podcasts is whenever we have a specific theory that we really want to touch on, I'm going to hit the record button because we can record certain segments of the live stream right here or whatnot. And what I'm going to do is basically use those as podcast clips so I can put them on the channel. So I'll clip so if you have a specific theory that you're like, yo, I really, I'm feeling this right now. All right, boom. I'll hit record and then send it to you, but also publish it on the channel as well. So I was thinking about that. I'm just like, man, that would be really cool, especially if we have a specific theory that we don't really have time to bust out a video for, but we can talk about it on a live stream. There goes the video right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Do more clips from the live streams, dude.
Yes.
Absolutely. And man, you're almost there, dude. You're killing it right now. So I'm proud of you, man.
Yes, about 90 subs away from 2,500. And once we hit that goal, we're going to party. And I'm letting you know, I am getting my I'm ordering my bottle of the Ghostface vodka this week.
Dude, I'm on the waiting list for it. But have you seen wait, yeah, there's a waiting list. You gotta sign up and be in line for it. I think.
But if you hoping to have movie came out.
you better click that link and put your email in or something. But anyways, have you looked at the price of Matthew Lillard's other limited edition?
No, it's probably $200-$300, ain't?
Man, it's up there, dude. It's up there. And I'm like, damn, he's about to really knock this one out the park.
Hell yeah. Oh, bro. Well, as soon as I seen that, that post and with him marketing that, I'm like, he is going to fucking make a killing off of that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I don't even drink like that, but when I seen that bottle, I was like, I have to have it.
If I get it, I probably won't even open it.
I was thinking I was thinking about getting 2 bottles, one I'll drink and one I'll keep as a souvenir.
Yeah.
We have April Lane 85 in the chat. What's going on, April? Thank you for being here. Hey, nice to see you. Man, I'm super behind in the chat. I'm going to have to scroll up here and catch up. Dom, what's going on, Dom? Hope you're having a great night, buddy. Saying, what's up, what's up? Oh, ain't nothing much. About to break this shit down and get to it. We do have a question from Brisk with the Bar saying, do you think we will actually see Stu in 7 or so you think they'll make us wait until 8? Destin, what do you think about that?
I think we're going to see him in 7. I think, and I don't want to jump ahead of ourselves tonight, but, if you've seen any of the recent stuffs that came out today, especially that poster, I didn't even catch it at first. But, I'll wait, I don't want to pop our cherry too soon, but, but yeah, I think we're going to see him in 7. I think the wait is over. I think the wait's over.
I'll say this. I think we're going to see him in Scream 7. I do think we're going to see him in Scream 7. But in regards to him being alive, I'm standing firm that he won't be revealed alive until Scream 8. I think they're going to drag this sucker out over 2 films. I still am I'm standing 10 toes down on my theory that we are going to get 2 Scream movies by the end of the year. I am firmly believing that Scream 8 will be released December 18th, 2026.
For the anniversary?
Yes. Especially if this is going to be a cliffhanger and a direct, like, continuation of the story. Yes. But, I mean, depending on what they do, I mean, Stu could come back in Scream 7 and they could have a completely different direction for what they want to do with 8, even if Sidney is going to be in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think that if he is revealed in this one, which I do think he is going to get revealed, I don't think he's going to die.
That's right. Yeah, you think, that's right. Because you think that if he is revealed, he's not going to die and he's going to get caught. He wants to get caught.
He wants to get caught.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I like that theory. I just feel like how do we get to the point of Sidney finally killing this motherfucker?
I think there will be that way in 8. I think he'll finally escape or something.
Way. If they will give me something kind of like a Halloween Ends, I can get boogie with that. I can get, as long as Sidney, I don't give a damn. I like that idea a lot. As long as you have my girl, I love Stu, but he's got to die. If he comes back this time, he's got to be finito. You know?
I just don't want him to be revealed and then die. He only gets like 10 minutes of screen time. Don't do that to us.
Yeah, I really hope he did. I'm gonna actually talk about this on another episode or whatnot of the podcast. He did come out with some interviews recently. One was like from a month ago, and the other one was from a few days ago. I think he had an interview with like Entertainment Weekly, and I know one of the subscribers, Josh, he's a little concerned by Matthew's comments. Like he kind of feels like Matthew just came back just to come back. Like he wouldn't have cared whether Stu was going to be alive or not, or how they were going to bring him back. He was just basically happy to be back. And I haven't gotten a chance to really fully hone in on that second interview with Entertainment Weekly. But the first interview I did watch, and he still is defending the idea that Stu's alive. So I think that just says it right there. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's basically, if he's still defending Stu being alive and he's going to be in the movie, why would he still defend it if he knows he's not? You know?
Have you seen that new poster?
Yes, I have it pulled up. Here.
Did you see all the names on it?
Yes, I did.
All right. I was just curious.
Well, I'm about to say, I'll pull the bad boy up right here. Because it is a thing of beauty. It's one of the better Scream posters we've gotten, in my opinion.
Yeah, it feels old school. It feels like an homage to the original.
Okay, so where is it? Huh.
I think that we're gonna get a big showdown. I think there's gonna be 2 or 3 killers, like always.
Okay.
And I think that 1 or 2 killers is gonna get taken out, and then Stu's gonna get captured. And then it's gonna lead into number 8. Like maybe afterwards you hear that he escaped again or something, or he has to be like a Hannibal Lecter type of person, help them catch who's doing it while he's behind bars, or
Yeah, I don't know why this is being weird right now. Hold on, let me see something.
But I do want to see him get his ass kicked with the phone. I want to see Sidney hit him with the phone, like
beat with the phone again.
Yeah.
I keep hearing rumors that one of these ghost faces is supposed to get beat with a bird box, and I don't know how I feel about that.
A what box?
A bird box. like a
A
bird house,
box?
like basically
Really?
yeah.
Ha!
Like he's just like, ha.
Be
Yeah,
funny if like a bird flies out of it after he gets hit with it.
yeah. That would be fucking hilarious. All right, hold on. For some reason, I don't know what is up with my files. I don't know why I didn't save the poster, but it's okay because I'm just gonna re-download it. Yeah, like I can't re-download shit, Destin. I don't know what this computer's problem is.
I think I need to do like a cleanse on my computer too.
Well, that's the thing. I
Sounds like a
did
jet engine over here.
some files out. So, all right. So I hope this
Thank
is.
you for that,
this is
Denisha.
cool.
I appreciate you sharing the channel. Yeah.
Hold on, let me remove this comment. Now you can't see the names or whatnot, but just look at that fucking poster, bro.
I know.
No, let me remove the banner if I can see the names. Yeah, well, it's blurry. This shot is blurry, but yes, Matthew Lillard's name is on the poster. But just that poster itself, bro, like.
And it's before Joel McHale and Courtney Cox. His name's before that.
That's a good point that you made because it was, yeah.
So like I mean, you would think, what if it was just Neve Campbell and then it was Matthew Lillard side by side, but they got the twins and then they got Isabel May, then the twins, and then it's him, you know? So man, I honestly, when it comes to like the legacy cast of 5 and 6, and then even with Gail, like I think Sydney's safe. I think her daughter's safe. But even with Gail, like I'm wondering, I'm like, are they about to be really mean in this one? Are we about to lose both the twins? Are we about to lose Gail?
Hold on.
You know?
No, I just had to pull the file back up because I guess when ever I stepped back out of the StreamYard studio, for some reason it didn't save all the files of the trailers that I had already laid out. So now I just gotta re-add the files again, but it's cool because I already have them like propped up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Now,
and then
say what you was just saying again because I was a little bit distracted. My fault.
No, it's all good, man. Like with him being on the poster and being ahead of like Joel McHale and Courtney Cox for that matter, you know, you would think it would be Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox, you know, or something like that. But when it comes to that, it's like he's right there in the middle of the poster, and it's like, okay, is he really back? How predominant is it going to be if he's just AI? You know, like it's like, I mean, they're definitely, I mean, that's full blown marketing this movie around him.
Right.
So, but we haven't seen his face and they're keeping that a mystery. How is he going to work in this? And I think I could be wrong, but I think Stu's alive, and I think we're going to see him alive in this movie.
I do too. Well, I'll say, but like I said, I think they're going to wait to reveal he's alive in 8, but they could reveal him in 7. But I do think we're going to see him. And there is a particular scene where you heard his voice again in the trailer, right? This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
But this time it sounds different, bro. And we're going to talk about it because we're going to play that trailer again. It's going to come up, but it sounds different compared to the other trailers. And I am so excited to get into that because I think I may know where that's coming from. That's all I'm going to say. But I am going to get to a couple more comments before we start playing the trailers. I did scroll up because the comment section jumped on me, so I'm basically all caught up in the chat. I'm sorry if I did miss your comment. Sorry about that. You guys know how this goes. You know, sometimes StreamYard just jumps on us, and that's just sometimes it's hard to just keep scrolling back up because it'll just keep jumping. At Dude08V9 saying, I have a feeling that because Lillard has so much AI footage of him at his current age / older Stu, that it is meant he was eligible for a screen credit, even if he's not really alive. I mean, that's true, but this is the thing. they wouldn't need him on set to do anything AI. They wouldn't need him to shoot scenes on set. They can get his permission, maybe get a couple recordings, a voice, a video, just a video clip. He does not have to be on set to do AI footage if that's all he is going to be in this movie. Destin, what do you think about dude's comment?
I mean, it's a possibility that a lot of it is AI. Maybe it's like blatantly like Ghostface is pretending to be Stu Macher alive.
Right.
But you come to find out the AI stuff, we've talked about it before. But then like maybe at the end of the movie, maybe that's how it ends off after we get our Ghostface reveal of like someone that is behind or like involved or related to Stu or whatever. Then maybe that's how this movie leads into 8 is that, I even said that, wouldn't it be crazy if everything's happy, just how a Scream movie, it always, wraps up in a little bow and it's like, all right, everybody's safe and the killers are down. But then what if it goes to like, they're going on with their daily lives and you do something simple at the very end, like they have a coffee shop and Isabel May's maybe running it or something like that. And then she's, got an order for somebody and she reads the coffee cup and it's like Mocker or Motcher. And he's like, Mocker. He corrects her. And we hear him, but we don't see him yet. And then the camera pans over when she hands it to him. And he's like, thanks. Or something like that. And he just walks out and kind of like looks back at her. And then she realizes he kind of looked at her funny and like in like that. Like, oh, he's still out there. He really is alive.
Crazy.
That'd be a cool little ending, right? Oh man, that'd have us speculating all for
and then it would kind of homage what Kevin wanted to do with Jill in the first place, because Jill was supposed to survive and make it to the sequel. So if you reveal Stu in this way, you're kind of leaving that on a cliffhanger for us to follow him in the sequel, even if we know he's alive, even if we know he's a killer, That's basically what he would have done with Jill. So I'm not against that at all.
And he might just go balls to the wall and have Jill back, Stu back. And you know what? I wouldn't run it past him. Like, it's something that like I didn't think about until recently about like the psych patient. What if it's Angelina?
I mean, the one picture on the wall, that is Angelina. I thought originally it was Jill because of how it looked, but that does look like a picture of Angelina. Man.
But then she gets killed. Like, she's revealed because she was obsessed with Sidney. And, she tries to tell her, this is bigger. This is that part. It's bigger than what you think it is, Sidney. Blah, blah, blah. And then right after that, after she gives all this information, next thing you know, she gets killed. Because if you look at that image, there's like police tape across that door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got
Someone's
that
getting
pulled up too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll shut up.
Yeah. What's her name? I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Angelina's gonna come back, I would want her to be a part of the ending reveal. I feel like, especially she has been help planning this for so long, she would deserve to be like at the end. Even if she was help planning this from a mental institution. Like, I don't know. I feel like a reveal like that would just earn her a spot as one of the best players.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a big possibility, and I wouldn't be mad at it either. But I don't feel like that psychiatric ward thing is like at the end. So let's just say that all the possibilities of who could return and that could be. Who would you rather it be that is revealed in that moment?
Right.
Stu, Jill, or Angelina?
Well, I'd say Stu, but then I'd also say Charlie, but we're not going to go down that road.
Oh, shit.
I had to put it in there, bro. I had to hit me. I had to hit you with it.
You came at me sideways. I wasn't expecting that.
You teed it up for me. But
I was like, why is he pausing so long? Like, what the?
You make a great point. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if Angelina is the one who's the mental patient, who's to say that she couldn't have interactions with Stu? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them work together. I mean, let's really be honest here. We kind of do think that Stu was working with Roman, right? And if we think that Angelina was working with Roman, then you can make the assumption that Stu and Angelina might have, had encounters with each other. Who was the one dragging her?
Or they were working together. Yeah, they were working together in Scream 3.
Who was the one dragging her in the basement away from, her death scene while Roman was out running around? So
that we need to do a video on the weakest death scenes of the Scream franchise.
I can go with that. That would be a great stream and a great conversation to have.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Another one I always felt was kind of weak was Jennifer Jolie's death. Like I know a lot of people, they think that Dewey shot her, but if you really look, Dewey shooting.
He shot.
He shot at the top. He didn't shoot through her, and the way that Ghostface stabs her in the back is just like, that's not. I don't think that kill her, but hey, that was the beautiful thing about the first few movies is that even kills that were like stab scenes that were like, oh, maybe they could have survived. Wes wasn't having it. No, they're getting stabbed with a 9-inch blade. They're fucking dying. We're not playing this Chad shit. But at PLLA3P goes on to comment, Mindy will probably die. I doubt Chad will die since he is technically the new version of Dewey. I actually think they're both going to live. I have this theory based on what we've seen in the featurette, and it could mean absolutely nothing. But we see Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, Isabel May, and Neve Campbell talking about Kevin Williamson in that featurette. You don't see any other cast members talking about Kevin Williamson. Like they didn't do no interviews. There's nothing. Not even Courtney Cox. She has barely done little to no promotion for this movie.
Yeah, she really hasn't, man. And she's not in the trailer that much. Dude. Please. I'm okay with her.
Whether she's going to go out with a redemption story or not, or whether she's revealed as Ghostface, as the surprise fucking twist that nobody saw coming. One way or another, she got to die.
Yeah.
One way or the other. This has to be the one. It just does.
I was thinking about this earlier, and I'll say it now because I'll forget it again because that's just how my brain works. But in that scene of them going to the psychiatric ward, I want to know why are they there? Why do they go? Why do they go there? How did they get the information for whatever it is that's going on to go there? And I really want a surprise little cameo of Kirby, on the phone with Sydney and Gail and being like, look, I didn't tell you this information. This is top secret, blah, blah, blah. And she's the one that gives out that information that whoever is in that psychiatric ward, and then they take it upon themselves to go investigate.
I wouldn't mind that. I wish they would incorporate Kirby. I mean, we're supposed to get a secret cameo. Could she be the secret cameo? I don't know if she's going to be it, but why would you not have her in this? Especially she's a fucking FBI agent. That's the thing that is.
She would have the most information of wherever anybody is if she's about Ghostface cases.
Well, so we would assume, but then you got to remember in Scream 6 how they made her look. They kind of made her look incompetent with Gail finding the shrine and her not.
Yeah.
Even though she had been fucking investigating Jason and Greg for months, they really made her look weak. But with Kevin Williamson co-writing, maybe that can, her as an FBI agent and how she's utilized and how she performs can be altered and made even better.
Or she comes back as the killer.
Bro,
wouldn't that be a crazy...
We thought about it in Scream 6. They made her look like a fucking killer in Scream 6.
It made it make sense, man, with her being knocked out. I'm like, who the hell gets knocked out like that? And left for dead.
The spot her wound is the same spot where Chad knocked Ghostface with the camera.
Yes, exactly.
We have some more super chats in the house. Shannon from Talking Star Wars. Thank you again, Shannon, for your $2 super chat. I greatly appreciate you. Saying I'm gonna head out, but much love to the mods. Yes, thank you for that, Shannon. Much love to the mods, and thank you for your continued support, Shannon. It sucks that you can't hang out a little bit longer, but I know that this is pretty late for you. But definitely catch the replay, leave a comment, and hit me up on Instagram. We definitely got to get together for a stream soon too, because it's been a little bit. Because I think the last time we streamed was a little over a month ago on your channel. So, yeah, we got to talk. But thank you again, Shannon. I appreciate you. And then we have a $2 super chat coming in from the Bearded Entertainment. Thank you so much, Eric. I greatly appreciate it. Saying, I know who the secret cameo is. Oh, don't tell us. You keep that one in the holster, buddy. Don't
you
tell
think
us.
You know, but you have no idea.
Keep that one in the holster if you do, bro, because I genuinely want to be surprised. I do. I had this idea for the secret cameo because we seen the Fallbrook psychiatric name tag and it said Lynn Mitchell on it. And I'm like, wouldn't that be interesting if Lynn McCree, even if she were to come back and do like a dream sequence as Maureen Prescott, wouldn't it be cool if she was actually alive in the flesh as a different character, and she has an interaction with Sydney, and stuff like that. She
just looks very similar to her mom. And
something like that. Yeah. Like, kind of play into that. Oh, you look like what my mom would have looked like at this age or something like that. And stuff like it. Just have that moment between her and Nev on screen together at the psychiatric hospital, so I wish that I'm kind of liking that. I kind of want it to be Lynn.
Man, it's going to be something, man, because I think that we're going to get some surprises in this one. I think we're really, really going to get some. I think the stuff that we see of the people that we see get killed in the trailer and stuff, I think there's some surprises that we're not seeing.
I agree. One surprise I'm already preparing myself for is all these motherfuckers are fake outs. All of them. Just like the original concept for Scream 3 was supposed to be. Remember, Stu was supposed to run this Ghostface cult from prison. These kids were supposed to get killed off along the way, but at the end, they reveal that they're all alive and they're a part of the cult. And the reason why I think it's important to keep this in the back of our minds that this could happen is because in the original concept for Scream 3, the kids were supposed to be a part of the Woodsboro Cinema Club. Here, the kids in this movie are the Pine Grove Cinema Club, and they're doing some theater work. They're doing some theater play. So I'll put it to you this way. If Quinn and Wayne Bailey can fake her death with some prosthetics or whatever they used, however they were able to do that, I believe whether it's McKenna Grace, which I do think it's going to be her hanging up, in the theater, whether it's Asa Jermaine getting drug away, I think you can make the argument that these are all going to be fake outs. I think you can, based on what Kevin wanted to do before with the Cult of Ghostface concept.
Interesting.
And if they're theater workers, who's to say like they don't have shit underneath their costumes, to like blood pack.
You think it's going to be kind of like Cry Wolf?
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that one up because I kind of do. Bro, I'm glad you brought that because that is a fucking underrated gem, right?
It is underrated, man.
Bro, yeah.
We need to do a watch party on that.
Yeah, I can get down with a little bit of Cry Wolf and Scream. Now, granted, I want some people to die. You know what I mean? I do want some people to die along the way. But if you were to do something like that and all these motherfuckers are like Ghostface killers and Stu's running the cult, sign me up.
Yeah. I wanted to ask this. How would anybody feel if they used AI to show kind of a glimpse of Wes Craven? You think it'd be distasteful, or you think it'd be? It's all in how they would do it, But like to give him like a little bit of a cameo, but with AI.
What if we see an AI version of Freddy the Janitor?
Oh, that would be cool,
bro.
That'd be cool, man. It'd be like in their high school, like there'd be another one.
I love the idea of AI West because they would do it right. They would.
Yeah.
you know, Kevin, Nev, all of them, they would do it right. They would do something really nice. You know, maybe we get to see like an interview of Wes Craven or something like that from the past, you know, and they kind of tie it in, you know, to like the rules or just whatever film discussion they're having or something. Bro, that's a great fucking idea. Now you got me wanting that shit.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool if they do it right and they do it.
Yeah, bro. I like how that sounds, man. AI Wes Craven, like, man, that'd be cool, man. Hell yeah. I hope they did something like that. I hope they did something for him in Scream 7. Because that's one thing I can give Radio Silence. Even if I didn't like their directing style or their input in the writing, they did do a hell of a job paying homage to Wes Craven. They did.
Yeah. They tried, man. They did the damn thing for sure. I had a good time watching Scream 5 again. It's been a while since I've seen it. Still, we did it the other night.
Yeah, man. I do still want to do the Scream 6 discussion, but I am, before the Scream 7 comes out, I am going to do some live watch parties. I'm going to do a rewatch of 2, just because 2 is going to play a pretty prominent role in Scream 7 as well, according to the rumors or whatnot. Yeah. So I want to rewatch 2. I definitely want to rewatch 3. We're going to rewatch 5 and 6. So I'm excited for that, because I think those 4 movies all together are the pinnacle in regards to Stu Macher possibly being tied to all of those films in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you know,
that's what I've been saying.
One thing they have to be careful with, though, pulling a move kind of like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, you got to be careful on doing some bullshit, you know, and you gotta execute it correctly too if you are going to pull some bullshit like that,
bro.
So,
bro, damn you, Destin.
Did I bring it down?
You brought up a source.
Don't bring me down.
I was trying to avoid this, but fuck it, we're here now. I am a little bit fearful that that's what they're kind of going to do in this movie, to a degree. And the only reason why I say that is because we've seen little instances of what was done in I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 in the marketing, and now also in regards to that photo that we got in the psychiatric ward of the OG5. Remember, and I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025, we seen a photo that had the original core 4 of the original I Know What You Did Last Summer on Julie's mantle. The only difference was Ray was framed out of it and stuff. And then in the marketing, remember in the marketing in the lead up to I Know What You Did Last Summer, what did it say? Every secret, every kill leads to this. And then what do we see in Scream 7's TV spot trailer? Every phone call, every killer has led to this. And I remember seeing that. I'm like, you fuckers stooging off I Know What You Did Last Summer? Did you not?
It's got to be like the same editor or some shit.
I said the same thing. I'm like, this guy must have got fired from Sony and got hired by Paramount, because it's literally the same marketing. Literally the same marketing. Damn near word for word. And I'm just like, when I saw that, bro, I was like, because when you do something like that, and I know a lot of people don't take that stuff seriously in regards to the text lettering and the promotions and stuff like that. But when you're basically hyping it up like every phone call, every killer has led to this, you're telling me that everything from the past all culminates to this moment here in Scream 7.
Yeah.
And if you're going to say that, you have to fucking deliver, because if you don't, then what happens? You end up with I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. Were there moments in that movie I liked? Yes. But there was also a lot of moments I didn't like. And I feel like there was another angle for the killers that they had it in their hand, Destin. And I don't know if it was just the studio rushing them, but they let it go. And I'm just like beside myself, because it was a way better reveal. It would have been a way better motive. Everything. Like, that's something we're going to have to catch back. I might do a live stream about that, talking about the deleted scenes. Maybe we'll watch the deleted scenes together. And then I'll break down my theory as to what I believe was supposed to be the movie. that we didn't get and stuff. We gotta do a
still hope we get a sequel. I still hope we get a follow-up, I don't know if they are.
Somebody posted the other day. Even though for as much negative reviews it got, it still tripled its budget.
I know.
18 million budget, and they made 65 million. That's going to call for a sequel. It is.
Yeah.
Let's just hope if Jennifer Caton Robinson's going to come back. All I ask Jen, do me two things. Get yourself a better editor and get yourself a writer, a horror writer, please. That's it. Everything else, peachy keen.
Did Guy Busick help on that?
No.
Did he come in?
Leah McKendrick and somebody else.
Didn't Guy go do something else though? I thought he came on later on. What? Yeah, I know that. I knew that. But was it Final Destination? Did he come on to Final Destination? He came on to another franchise. I remember.
Final Destination.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, put Guy on it.
Nothing against Guy. There was too many cooks in the kitchen for that one. Bro, they have 4 writers on Final Destination, the newer one.
Yeah, I know. It's they're throwing a lot of stuff at the wall. I mean, it worked. I mean, not my favorite, but it worked.
PLLA3P says King Matthew. Oh, it could possibly be a dream sequence or flashbacks to older films. Oh, I guess y'all were talking about a particular character or moment that could be a part of the movie.
I would not be mad. I've said that from as long back as I can remember. I was like, I would not be mad about Sidney having another nightmare sequence like in Scream 3, and she's running into every killer that she's ran into, like she's facing her demons, like, but running away, trying to get away. Maybe it's like this whole Nightmare on Elm Street feel. That would be so, dude.
See, now you
get me so excited, man.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to touch on this next comment from Eric, and then we're going to get into these trailers, because of you saying what you just said. I want to get into this theory that I have in regards to how Ghostface could be toying with Sidney using AI in Scream 7. So Eric says, even if he shows up as AI in the film, they wouldn't have to use AI to create it. They would just film it with Matthew. Yeah, that's very true as well. And they could just pass it off as AI. That's very, very true. Very good point, Eric. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to start showing these trailers and just refreshing ourselves and obviously the audience with them. I'm sure some of you already have looked over them many times, but we're going to look over them here on stream. And then me and Destin are going to delve into what we think. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. I'm going to say this right now. One thing that I wish that Scream would do, and I think it'd be the perfect franchise to do it, since it's all about scary movies. I know we got the knife and everything, but I would like to see Ghostface incorporate other killers' weapons from other horror movies for certain victims, like donning the Freddy glove to kill somebody in one scene, getting a machete, getting Michael Myers' kitchen knife, stuff like that. And
how much they homage Halloween in a lot of movies. Ghostface has never picked up a butcher knife.
Yeah, dude. I think it'd just be cool. It'd be just another cool little element. I mean, still do the traditional Ghostface running and stabbing and stuff,
right?
Certain kills can just.
That would be an excellent idea. I mean, especially because this franchise has built itself off of homaging, but also parroting what the horror genre is.
And the kill itself can be an homage of a death scene from one of those movies, like a popular kill from one of the franchises.
Right. And we never really got those beheadings like Chad, beheadings in Scream 6. We never got those. So what would be the perfect weapon to use for a beheading? A machete.
A machete. Yeah.
So I'm on board with that, bro. I like that idea. Hopefully they do something. I've always also especially if Ghostface is going to be kidnapping Tatum, like we assume or whatnot. I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting a little too out of it here, but especially if Ghostface, for instance, if Ghostface was Bailey, I would love to see that motherfucker use tear gas or something like that to, be able to, so you don't have to do much work. Just use tear gas or fucking, some type of gas to incapacitate her, and then whoop, swoop her right up on the shoulder, put her in the back of the fucking van. Oh, time to call Sydney. Like, I don't know. Just, I like that idea that you came up with, though. Like, just trying to see Ghostface use different gadgets and stuff. As long as it's not a fucking flamethrower, we're good.
No, dude. No, that's silly. A chainsaw would be awesome.
Ooh, especially with the whole TCM poster.
Think about them redoing a Tatum. Think about redoing a Tatum kill where she gets stuck, and then he comes up and cuts her in half with a chainsaw.
Ooh, that would be fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Why not during the theater scene?
Yeah.
When she's fucking dangling up like that. Ooh. Oh, bro, that would be fucking. Oh, man, we see that shit, bro. I'm going to lose my mind. That'd be awesome. That'd be really, really cool. All right, so now we are going to play these trailers. We're going to play the first one, which is the Super Bowl trailer. This is the big one that everybody was, about earlier and shit like that. So we're about to get into it here, and then we'll break. What we'll do is we'll watch this. We'll go through some moments. I'm going to ask Destin, basically, in this trailer, what are some scenes that stand out to him? I'm going to explain some scenes that stand out to me, and then we'll keep that same flow going for the rest of the trailers as well.
Let's do it.
Hello, Sydney. I'm gonna make everyone you love suffer. While you watch.
This killer has been planning his attack for years. Your daughter, Tatum, is the same age that you were when this whole thing started.
This isn't gonna stop unless I stop it.
Where is my daughter?
This is gonna be fun.
Scream. Only in theaters. Tickets on sale February 9th.
All right. So, Destin, when you rewatch that trailer, what you thinking?
Got me all hot and bothered. Feeling like I'm all hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza.
Yeah.
Trying to give it the 3-meat treat. Anyways,
I was just about to say, what are you, pepperoni, bacon, plain cheese? What we doing here?
Pepperoni, man. No. Anyways, man, the even like the clothes for curfew thing, showing it like from 1996. That one, that's really cool. I hope, dude, the whole red right hand is playing whenever everyone's shutting down the curfew shit. Locking doors like in the first movie. That would be awesome. It looks like we're getting a lot of the little town setting thing. Like there's going to be that seems like it's a big piece. It's a really big piece. It does a lot. Stu sounds different. It just a little bit. Ghostface himself sounds a little different. I mean, this movie is going to
catch the shot when Sydney's in the house, waving, pointing the gun.
Yeah, and her look.
Oh, you didn't catch the back of her.
Oh, I caught the TV coming on.
I think that's Stu going to be on the TV.
I think it might be, or it might be showing where her daughter is like tied up somewhere, and you don't know where it's at. Or
Okay.
He could do a jigsaw thing. It could be just Stu on there talking.
Okay, so I am going to get to my theory about this whole AI Tatum thing because you just kind of, and again, leaned into it a little bit with your dialogue. But I do think obviously hearing Stu's voice. That's completely different than what we heard in any other trailer. And it does sound like it's more of a recording, or it sounds like it's more over an airwaves or over a TV screen. How interesting that scene where she barges in with the gun in that house, the TV cuts on. And in that moment of the trailer where she's looking at what looks to be that TV, you hear Stu's voice. This is going to be fun. You know, and
you think it's coming from the TV?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that scene where she barges in the house and she's pointing her gun and she's looking like a total badass. I thought that was going to be an early Ghostface reveal. But now that the TV, now it could still be, because we don't see anything on the TV. We just see fuzz. So for all we know, we could, what if on the TV, what if it's not Stu, right? What if it's like some fucking flashback scenes, kind of like Roman had with Marine that we never saw before?
Ooh.
Something like that.
Like some footage like Roman showed.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
But the reason why I do think it is going to be Stu on the TV is because Sidney does still yell out in that scene, "Where's my daughter?" You know, so, bro, either way, either on that TV, we're going to see Stu or we're going to see some fucking footage.
What if she gets kidnapped and you see footage of her, Tatum?
Okay.
And she's going to get kidnapped, obviously. But once she gets kidnapped, what if she doesn't get rescued in this one? What if it leaves off to where no one knows where she's at? Maybe she's back in Woodsboro, you know, or something, you know, and that makes Sidney come home. Yeah.
Okay. So now, all right, the devil made me do it. I'm done. All right, I'm hitting record on this theory. Okay. So this theory that I have for Tatum Evans' character all stems from one of the TV spots that we got over the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have this side-by-side clip here, Destin. You tell me what looks different here.
Wait, who the fuck?
That is not the same girl. That's not Isabel May. And
that's not her at all.
No, it's not. And as you can see where I have the arrows, that's a different necklace. And here goes a shot of Tatum's actual necklaces. They're all silver.
Yeah.
So, Destin, this is what I think is going on here. Especially if Scream 7 is going to feature AI like they're saying they are.
Yeah.
I think this girl, obviously to the right, is an AI version of Tatum. Right? It's an AI version of Tatum. And Ghostface is using that AI version of Tatum to send videos to Sidney to try to get her. Basically, it's a cat and mouse game. This is where Tatum's at. She's in this building. No, she's in that building. No, she's over here. But it's not really Tatum because they already fucking have her. Or she's obviously the real Tatum is out, still roaming the streets trying to find help or whatever and stuff like that. And Ghostface is just using AI Tatum to misdirect Sidney up until they can actually capture Tatum. That's one of my theories for this particular sequence. I'm not going to give away the second one because the second one that needs to be put in a video and needs to be properly curated.
Okay.
It
All right.
does. You know what I mean? But I was just sitting here thinking, like, okay, why would they put that in the TV spot trailer? Why? You know, because there have been people that have been commenting on that video and on my short that I posted for that particular clip. And some people's like, LOL, it's just AI. It's nothing serious. Really? Why would they put it in a TV spot trailer if it's going to have no meaning? Also, they were saying it was just an AI image. But in the TV spot trailer, you see the AI version of Tatum move. She turns and looks behind her.
You know what would be, dude, this is one thing that didn't even occur to me. What if they use the AI stuff? What if Ghostface uses the AI stuff like on that TV and it looks like he kills her daughter?
Bro, see what I'm saying? Like,
but it's a fake out. Yeah.
Misdirection. They're trying to misdirect Sidney to basically toy with her mental capacity and trying to break her.
Yeah.
So the AI angle, listen, for all the talk about Stu Macher is going to be AI, I'd rather see them go this angle with the AI and use it against Sydney to toy with her in regards to her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see me, now you don't. Maybe, what if one of those videos, right? Or maybe the one I'd have to go back and see, because they've been also flipping around basically certain scenes. They've been doing the old flipperoo or whatever. What if that house that Sydney barges in, Tatum was there, or she thought Tatum was there because she got an AI video of Tatum being in that house, and that's why she fucking goes there.
What's up with that whole image? If you could pull it back up, that whole image of the old of the old new wallpaper of Ghostface coming down the stairs, and there's that old wallpaper.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Well, I have this shot here. I didn't pull that one up, but I have this shot.
Wait.
That's the wallpaper that is the same when they're walking down the stairs.
Is that going to be like on their set, like the play? That looks like a set. So that's where it's coming from.
No,
maybe
no, it is coming from the set. The wall is coming from the set, but there's two different placings of the wall. There's that wall there that you see by the bed, and then there's the wall that is the same wall covering that is attached to the stairs.
Okay. I think that's where McKenna Grace gets killed, in the theater. She's going to have a whole segment in the theater, and Ghostface is going to kill her and then tie her up. I think that's how that's going to be orchestrated.
I know. I agree with you. I don't think she's going to live at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking, I guess at first I was thinking maybe we would get something lucky in like a flashback, because it is older wallpaper, you know?
Yes.
So
no, bro, as soon as I saw that, especially with, it's funny, and shout out to you, Talk Scream, if you were watching or whatnot, Talk Scream, one of my subscribers, he actually sent me this image on Instagram in regards to that whole fucking scene, and it was like, yeah, that's gonna be her death scene. Like, you can see the stairs attached to where she's hanging and dangling. The stairs are right on the left-hand side of her.
Yeah.
So I definitely do think that is her death scene for sure. So before we get to this other trailer, well, I still want to talk a little bit about what we just seen in that trailer real quickly. But I am going to get to some more comments here. I am going to scroll up in the chat because I am a little bit behind. PLLA 3P saying, what if that house that she goes in is her best, I'm assuming best friends? Yeah. What if the house Sydney is actually Tatum's boyfriend's house, or her best friend Jess's house, which would be Anna Camp, that we're at least being told is going to be Sydney's best friend? It's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, she felt so comfortably just barging down their door. So, I mean, maybe she knows who lives there. I don't know. I really feel like every place that Sydney is going to look for her daughter, she is being led by Ghostface to go to these places. That's what
and where is Gail? Aren't they usually teamed up together at the end of these movies? That's the thing, man. You think she would be side by side with her, busting through the door together?
She's never been side by side. She's a piece of shit. She's always been a piece of shit. Complain. Bro, I just said this to somebody earlier. I think it was in Pam's chat, because somebody was like, oh yeah, Sydney and Gail, it's great to see them, and they're like friends now. And I'm like, they were never really friends. They never really were. The only reason why they even got close was because of Dewey. That's the only reason. And then even still, after the man gets fucking killed, what does she do? What does Gail do? I'm still going to write a book about the murders that happened in Woodsboro in 2022. Yeah. Shows you how much she really cares about Sydney's friendship and Dewey, the love she had for Dewey, in my opinion. Like, that's just how I look.
The bitch got to go.
Yeah, like, but since we are
her 9 lives is up.
Since we are talking about Gail, what do you make of her dialogue in that interview with Sydney.
Yeah, dude. She says the same stuff as Ghostface. I think they might play on it as her being a red herring. I don't think they're gonna make her Ghostface. That's the thing. Is like if they do something like that, like and I know what you did last summer and take a bold move like that. I mean, that'd be crazy. That would, and then they finally do this whole showdown between Sydney and Gail. One thing that I also have, that talk show that she's on, where the hell is that stage? Because I thought Gail is coming there, so she has her own setup as well.
No, I think they might be in some type of, well, you know what? Let's rewatch the trailer and see if we can get a better look.
You know what that reminds me of?
I think it might be, and I could be wrong. I have to get a better look at the background. But remember in the featurette, we get that shot of Kevin directing Chad and Mindy, and it looks like a white wall with a TV. And remember, I think it was somebody in the Friends Forever group chat. They thought that was Martha's house, and it wasn't. Or what? Not
yeah, that was me. That was me. I was corrected. I thought it.
It could be there in that location, because that kind of looks like the type of place that would be like for an interview or for like a therapist session or something like that.
Oh,
I could be wrong though. But let's look at the trailer again, buddy.
Yeah, let's do that. Do that shit.
Oh, guess we have to restart it first. I like how that started off, Phil.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Man, that's such a cool shot. I guess we know how Ghostface is in the house.
You love suffer while you watch.
I love how aggressive.
This killer has been planning his attack for years. Your daughter, Tatum, is the same age that you were.
Ooh, okay, so let's slow it down and go back.
Back it up like a Tonka truck.
Yeah, bro, great point, because that doesn't look like
that's a set. That's like a news
set. Yeah,
that's a studio right there. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of whenever Heather Langenkamp did her interview on Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Great point.
Like something like that.
Kind of like that TV show she was on.
Yeah, and then Freddy jumps out, or whatever. Yeah. Wouldn't that be such a bitch move for Gail to have like a Ghostface jump out and scare her, like they do like on the Ellen DeGeneres show? She always had like people jump out and scare their guest. And if they did that to Sydney, that would be a bitch move, Right. But I could see Gail doing something like that for ratings, and
I mean, something else to point out here is Gail pushes to talk about Sydney's kids when she clearly told her not to fucking talk about the kids. Even Sydney is seen like, I don't want to talk about my kids.
She looks irritated right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Asking certain questions.
Like, so, that's what I'm saying. Like, Gail, man, listen, if they were to make her Ghostface, I've already did the video talking about why it makes sense and why it's not impossible to think. Gail is a piece of shit, man. At the end of the day, she's really not a good person. And when you really think about it, if it's not for Gail Weathers, can you honestly say people would be motivated to commit Ghostface attacks? No. And this is something else that we all don't really take into account. Is even when Gail, there's no new Ghostface killing sprees happening and she's not writing no books, she still has the movies to make.
Yeah.
I forgot. I just totally went over my head with Scream 5 up until I rewatched clips from Scream 6 recently when Gail mentions about, when Tara says, I heard you couldn't sell the Stab movie rights. So that means Gail was still with the studio pushing out Stab movies all this motherfucking time, even though they didn't feature Sydney's story anymore. After Stab 3, it's still the point that she was helping keep the Ghostface legacy alive.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Listen, I'm going to stand on this. I wouldn't be against her being turned into Ghostface because I've always looked at Scream to a degree like this. The rivalry started with Sidney. The first real rivalry that we've seen in Scream was Gale and Sidney. It started with them. I would not mind if it ended with them. I would not.
That's a good point. Wouldn't it be great, like Sidney punches her again once she realizes that she is the killer, you know?
Bro,
and like, you know, bam, bitch went down, you know?
And in all honesty, I think it would be an iconic showdown and an iconic fight scene because gotta give credit to Gale where credit's due. Over the course of the years, she has toughened up.
Yeah.
She has. She's proven that she's a fighter now herself.
Yeah.
You know, so man, that and she knows how to operate a gun now, just like Sidney. So man, that would be an interesting fight. Do I still give the upper edge to Sidney? Absolutely. Because come on, Sidney fucking beat the dog shit out of Mickey. You know, so I'm pretty sure, even though Gale might get her little shots in, Sidney would subsequently overtake her and stuff. But I do want to ask you something before we move on to the next trailer.
Okay.
I'm hearing rumors. At least I heard this rumor pop up in Pam's chat earlier. Apparently, during this scene, Ghostface is supposed to call in.
Interesting. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool.
If they do,
like,
that,
I think that we're gonna get some pranksters also in this movie, though. Like in the first movie, like people just doing shit, but they're not the real Ghostface. They're just, you know, pranking.
Something like how on Halloween 4. Remember, all the Michaels surrounded Meeker and Loomis, and then Loomis went to shoot, and they're like, "Don't shoot, it's me," or whatever.
Yeah,
you thought it was me, didn't you, Sheriff?
Yeah, something like that, dude. Like, I just something tells me that Gale's gonna do some shitty shit in this one to Sid. Like you're gonna question it, like, oh, maybe she means well, and then she talks her in, but she's live right here or something, and she still did some shitty shit. Like, maybe her boss told her to. Maybe Gale feels bad about it, but she did it because maybe her boss tells her to. But I saw somebody said in the chat that like, yeah, I just don't know where this. If she's coming to town, I just don't know where this is unless she's just using like some friend's studio and they're allowing her to do this, you know. Maybe what's his name?
Pine Grove, Robbie Rivers.
Yeah.
I have this feeling that if Gale does live, her and Robbie are going to be a thing. But I don't think she's going to live. Unless they're going to give her like the Laurie Strode treatment and put her ass in a hospital somewhere. Yeah. I don't see Gale making it. Like, she is just not, I mean, and maybe it's done on purpose this way, but she's just not really involved in the promotion.
Yeah.
Like,
she's really not.
Like, and for somebody who has been in every Scream movie throughout the entirety of the franchise, and for somebody who is once again an executive producer on one of these movies, something's happening, and I feel like it's either going to result in Gale being killed off, or it's going to result in Gale being killed off as Ghostface. Something is happening. I don't know what it is, but something is happening, and I like it. I love this cloud of mystery that we have with this movie because we really don't know what they're going to do. We couldn't say that for Scream 5 or 6. We kind of had a good idea what they were going to do. With Scream 7, we expect them to mirror Scream 3, but then you have elements of Scream 2 creeping into this movie. Like
Scream 1?
Scream 1? Like,
yeah, dude.
Bro, like, man, they're definitely cooking with these little short TV spot trailers, giving us stuff to chew on, but not feeding us fully. And
it doesn't feel goofy either.
No.
You know how like Scream 4, like even the marketing, even some of the marketing was kind of, you know, tongue in cheek a little bit. But this all seems like it's taking itself really serious.
I agree. Carrie is in the chat. Carrie Crave Cinema. What's going on, Triple C? Saying, if Gail ends up with anyone, she's dead to me. Well, I guess she should already be dead to you, Carrie, because she hooked up with Brother Man in Scream 6. Muscles.
Yeah. And then he got taken out Hitman style.
Yeah, he got taken out by a 20-year-old college student, a 20-year-old college female who maybe weighs, luckily, if she's lucky, $150.
Yeah.
Say, now we all know it was Stu. Let me stop bullshitting. I mean, the call did come from Woodsboro.
I hope they do. That would be cool if they do retcon some stuff like that scene, and then the one with Dewey and the one before that,
Right. But Carrie's saying, if Gail ends up with anyone, she's dead to me. I mean, it's already strike. I want to say that's what, $1 trillion? Well, we count the zeros. It's like 10 million or whatever. So she couldn't do anything else wrong, but she already moved on too fast. Yeah, she did.
See, that's what I'm saying. She's all about herself at the end of the day. She could say she cares. She could be sad for a moment, but as soon as that's over, she bounces back way too quickly, and she just goes back to her old Gail ways way too easy.
As soon as Ghostface starts hacking up people in a new city or a new town, here comes Gail, uppity up, Like, again, like I always say, man, like the whole Total Entertainment in the morning show, that's a fallback for this character. It is.
Do you think there's an audience right there? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I'm just wondering if there's an audience. Yeah, if that's a live audience right there that they're doing this interview with.
I will say this interview scene that we get here in this trailer, if they do have Ghostface call in, I personally think it's one film too late to do it in this type of setting. Because to me, you should have did it in Scream 6 on the fucking morning show where you could have broadcasted that shit in the middle of Times Square.
That would have been cool. What if the secret cameo is right here, turning to the cameraman, and it's Joel from Scream 2?
Bro, that would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. But I don't think it's going to be, though, because remember, they're saying Chad and Mindy. Like, Chad's supposed to be her new cameraman.
Well, maybe there's a little banter between the two. Maybe he's like, no, I'm the cameraman, or whatever. Like, I could see them bouncing back and forth from each other.
Yeah, until a dead body drops and Joel's like, "Yep, peace out."
I did say that, like, I want to see stuff like they're riding in that van, and like, what if there's like a stain of blood of like where Randy was stabbed in Scream 2, and like you see Chad and Mindy look down at like a blood stain, and they have a conversation like, "Wasn't our uncle killed in this van?" And she's just like, "Yeah, but we cleaned it pretty thoroughly," and you see like a blood stain like on the.
That'd be fucked up. That'd be cool. That'd be visual though, but that'd be a funny fucked up moment.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the chat a little bit. Let's saying, Carrie, I definitely believe that, especially since Mark Consuelo plays the villain role very well. See, I've never really seen Mark Consuelo's act. I just know he's Kelly Ripa's husband, and they do the morning show together in real life. So I never really knew Mark was like. I never knew Mark was really like an actor like that.
Yeah, I didn't really know it either, but he was in Riverdale, and I think that's really the only thing.
Okay. Hey, Shannon's back. What's going on? All right, guys. So we are about to move on to this second trailer that I have. But all in all, Destin, so with this scene here, with this interview scene with Sidney and Gail, how do you think this basically encapsulates? Like, we see there's a little bit of tension there because Gail is pushing in regards to talking about her kids. We hear that Gail literally utters the same line of dialogue that we hear from Ghostface. Also, another thing to point out, I'm kind of glad we stayed right here. Gail says that this killer has been planning this for a long time.
Is that what he says?
Ghostface does. Now,
she says that?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear it?
I thought she said that your daughter is the same age as you.
She did.
She says it.
Now, it might not be in this particular trailer. Maybe it isn't, but it is in one of the other trailers. It is.
Okay.
This killer has been planning his attack for years. No. Your daughter, Tatum.
How the fuck does she know that?
That's crazy. Dude, are we getting a Gale killer?
I hope. I like it. I'm not against it. She's always...
Because you got to think about it, because that's one reason why in Scream 4, they deleted some scenes with Charlie saying things that Ghostface says also on the phone. Like,
oh, bro, that's a great fucking point.
You remember that? And
Yes.
that they were like, oh, we got to cut. That's too obvious, you know. But if they leave it in the trailer like this, maybe it's not said the same way, but it's still it's like deleted because they don't want to give it away too soon. But they could leave it in because I don't think a lot of us would even suspect that Gale would be the killer.
Because I do remember. Because remember in the deleted scene when I think it was Olivia was like, "This isn't a movie." You hear Charlie, "Yeah, but it will be," and that's the one that they cut out because that was used in the movie when Ghostface is talking to Sidney. Holy fucking shit! Oh man!
You're excited. You should feel these nips.
It's that Daily fucking News chick, Connie fucking Chung. Like, yo, bro.
That's the secret cameo is
right now.
Jay and Silent Bob again.
Bro, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. Man, wow. That was a great point that you made, Destin. Oh, man. Hey, listen. And also, I said this in my secret trailer video with Gale Weathers in Scream 7. In the scene outside of Sidney's house, it looks like maybe in the aftermath of somebody getting killed or Ghostface getting, whatever happens. Yeah. Gale is seen wearing her red, blazer jacket. Yeah. But usually, how she matches everything?
Yeah.
She has black pants instead of red matching pants. Red and black are colors of the cult.
Hold on, I didn't get a good look at that. Go back and show me.
No, it's
I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding.
I would say it's not in that trailer. I would say it's not in that trailer. It's just in a shot that it's from a set scene photo.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's gonna be so what if it's Gale and Stu? And man, that would be wild.
Let's really be honest. Like, Gale would know secretly if this motherfucker is alive. We never really got 100% confirmation how she knew where to find information on the shrine.
Yeah.
What other information is Gale hiding from us, Destin?
Yeah, everything.
What's she not telling us, Destin? Who does she think she's playing here? Like, we don't break down these trailers and see shit and hear shit. Who does she think she is?
I just want to know why. Here's another possibility, because if they're doing this interview and this might be after the fact that they went to the hospital, maybe maybe they planned this interview to lure Ghostface out, or something. I don't know. Like maybe it's a setup or something to lure somebody out.
So Eric was saying that in Pam's chat earlier that he thinks that they're going to lure. Basically, this whole interview is to lure Ghostface out. It's possible.
Yeah, but one thing is, with the husband getting killed, now we know how he gets access to the house. But he comes out of the attic.
Yeah, but Mark is there when he's coming out of the attic.
Is he? Or is that a different shot from a different time?
He's there. Yeah, Mark is there. Yeah, Mark is there in the house.
How long has somebody been up in the attic?
Hold on. I'm glad you brought that up. So this is something that, brought to my attention earlier. Where the fuck is it? All right, here it is. All right. So I want to say it's the first TV spot trailer that was released Saturday or the second one. I think it was the first one. It was the first TV spot trailer that released late Saturday night.
Yeah.
There's a scene where we see Sidney's house on the outside and it's daytime, but then it quickly cuts to dark time and then it cuts to a whole nother scene. But if you're able to catch it, this is what you see. Somebody standing.
I don't see shit.
No, it's very, very dark. It is. But you see a figure, and you see it better when you actually go back and watch the video and slow it down. But right here is a figure standing outside of Sydney's house. It's somebody in a hood, and right here is their hand. Right here, he believes this is a backpack, and it kind of does look like the shape of a backpack. It does.
Okay.
So it's not impossible to think that this could be the Ghostface who ends up hiding in the attic. They could have the costume in the book bag and everything. And somehow, some way, they get into that house undetected.
Oh, so you think it's going to be like the early Ghostface reveal?
I think it could be, but this could be the Ghostface who's hiding in the attic.
Okay.
That's what I think. Or whatnot, because I think he brought up the fact, exactly try to remind myself how he prefaced it. He thinks that this could be Tatum coming back into the house after sneaking out with her friends. However, I don't think that's the case, because if she was going to do that, especially if she snuck out of her window, I think she would try to sneak back in through her bedroom window instead of through the front door if she snuck out.
That would be interesting if she did have a secret way of like sneaking out, and that's how Ghostface sneaks in.
Right.
And only her friends knew about it,
Right. Yo, there's something else too, Destin, and I thought about you when I heard this or whatever. Let me pull the image up. Let me get this one out of here first, and then let me get another one. I don't know if you caught this in the trailer, Destin, and you're going to hear it here in a second anyway.
All right.
Where are we at? Where are you at? Aha, there you are. This shot of Ghostface in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I did see that. I love that shot, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of like moving around and stuff.
So you love that shot, right? There's something else in that shot that I think you may have missed because you didn't mention it. And as soon as I caught it, I thought about you. So hold on. Let's pull up. Excuse me. Let's pull up.
Let's figure out Stu's clues.
Video file. Let's pull up this. I think it's this one. Maybe it's the second one. If not, it's the third one.
Oh, Sydney. I've been planning this for a long time.
Oh, I saw that.
Yep, you saw the stairs?
Yeah, I saw that. That's the plan.
I've been planning this for a long time. Everything and everyone you love. We're gonna burn it all down.
We're gonna get back to that one because there's a lot of dialogue, because it's not the same one where we get that shot of Ghostface. We're gonna come back to this one though, because there is something in there that I want to talk about with you, because I think they basically called their bluff and they did spoil something. But let me remove that and get the other one up. Video file. All right, here she is. Now, I'm not going to say shit.
Jesus, you scared me.
Oh, man.
My mom catches you.
Hello, Sydney. Your daughter is the same age you were when this all started.
If you hurt her.
What the?
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
Scream, only in theaters.
It had to be in the first trailer, that shot that I'm talking about, because I really want you to hear it.
Well, you see McKenna Grace looking up all distraught, like screaming.
What the fuck? Yeah, it's over, homegirl. No more fairy princess play for you. All right, so it has to definitely be in the first trailer. I think it was, because that's where we see Tatum running in the street.
Yeah.
Hello, Sydney. I'm gonna make everyone you love suffer.
You hear that, Destin?
Yeah. The breathing again.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I didn't. Yeah, dude. Dude, go back. Go back.
I love it.
Go back. I just got turned on. Go back.
Everyone you love suffer.
Yep.
While you watch.
Okay. Now, obviously, you heard that deep ass Darth Vader breathing, brother. As soon as I heard that, I was like, woo! I was like, yo, there's got to be some. I'm telling you right now, if they reveal this motherfucker, he doesn't have some type of breathing defect or something, you got to pay that off.
Yeah. I think that's with like Ghostface like moving around. I think they're just gonna like add the whole breathing aspect as like a creepiness.
Right.
Or he might just be, doing, sounds from like pop culture movies or something, which I don't really want to hear him just act like Darth Vader going around.
Right.
But it's definitely, I told you, man, that's the third time in 3 different spots that I've heard him breathing like that.
That sounds like somebody who has had maybe a freak accident happen to them and they have everlasting effects from that.
Right.
Possibly Stu. Like, the motherfucker got a TV and got electrocuted. It's not impossible to think he might have some breathing problems.
Ghostface got emphysema.
Yeah, something. Something like shit. But something else I wanted to point out in that first trailer that we just watched. The dialogue. Ghostface saying to City, I'm going to hurt everybody you love and make and you're just basically going to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally almost not word for word, but close enough to what Jill said to her in Scream 4 about family ties, about the ones you love the most. There's nothing you can do to help them or save them. All you can do is stand back and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you said it earlier. I mean, we believe Stu's coming back. What if this motherfucker? What if Jill's alive too? What if? Bro.
They're gonna, dude. This might be. You remember whenever like the Fast and the Furious movies, they like got back on track and like 5 was the best, and then 7 was one of my favorites. But then like, you have the ones that aren't too good or whatever. But this might be our Fast 7,
right?
Scream 7, because Fast 7 was always like one of my favorites. I was like, okay, this is a badass Fast and Furious movie. But anyways, I just think,
Chad, fuck it.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, but yeah, man, dude, I'm so glad you pointed that out, man. I completely missed
Bro, when I was watching that trailer earlier, and I just kept
going, and you could hear it with the headphones too, really good.
And I'm just sitting there watching it, and then I just see that shot of Ghost, and he's like, I was like, there's that fucking breathing again. And you were right. When he's killing Markov, he's you hear there's got to be something wrong with this Ghostface, like in regards to their breathing or something.
And I love the stab, like I love the pauses with the Ghostface stabs. Like he hits them, and then he just kind of like just kind of like a
pump fake
again.
Yes.
Yeah. Like again,
there's like a certain aggression to it.
Yeah.
I like that. I caught that too in that Mark scene. I'm just like, oh wait, it looks like he stabs him in the neck, and then he just like stops, and then I'm just like, oh shit, all right, I like that, man. Keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, man, like a lot of interesting stuff. So what I am gonna do now, and then we're gonna play these next couple trailers.
I hope this doesn't play out like. I hope we don't see a lot of the same, because showing now, I mean, I kind of assumed they were going to do something with the boyfriend coming to the window type of thing with the daughter and stuff. We did that with Jill. We did that with Sydney. You know, obviously, I don't want to see too much of that. Like we've already seen all that before.
Right.
You know, mix it up a little bit. You know,
Right.
What?
I just remembered something. In the first trailer, and I think you can hear it in other trailers too, where Tatum's window is before Ben comes through. You hear that same
ooh.
Yes, you do.
But it doesn't mean it's her boyfriend. It just means that Ghostface is lurking.
They might try to do that to make it look like it's him. Because he's gonna be obvious. He's gonna be the Trevor, in my opinion, of this movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna think it's him. And I've been said it. I don't think it's Sam Reckner. I don't think they're gonna do that. I know he's wearing the plaid and stuff like that. I don't think he's gonna end up being a killer. I think Oscar Jermaine, even though we do see him getting drug away and he's wearing plaid, I think that could be a fake out. And out of those two young guys, I think it's going to be Asa because he kind of does look like Matthew a little bit. He does. Okay, so let's pull up this other trailer again, the more newer one that just came out, the TV spot. I think it's the one where he crawls through her window.
Man, are they going to use every trick in the book?
I've been planning this for a long time. Everything and everyone you love. Everything and everyone.
Interesting. Didn't Billy wear a similar coat in the first one, or?
Yeah, he wore a blue jean jacket. It didn't have a collar like that, I don't think. But yeah, dude, that looks like a killer.
It does, bro. Did you see the casting list shots, the face shots?
Mm-hmm.
You seen those, right? Did you see his face?
I don't know,
bro.
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure I did, but
let me see if I can find it. Bro, like Randy said, now you're telling me that's not a killer.
He's got one of them faces you want to punch.
It's so mean, Destin.
I know.
Right, hold on. Where the fuck? All right, I don't think they have it up here. What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna, after the stream, I'm gonna send. Wait. Ooh.
Is that a backpack or something strapped that's over his shoulder?
Oh, that's a good question. It looks like it.
Yeah, or maybe like a bag or something. Yeah.
Looks like it. Good eyes. Because I didn't like pay attention to that. Yeah. I got it. It's right here. Let me fucking get this bad boy.
That's not the kid that comes to the window, right? That's the other kid.
No, that's Sam Reckner. Is going to be Tatum's boyfriend. This is going to be Anna Camp's son. Asa is.
Yeah, so you think that they'll be friends? The two guys will be friends?
I do think they are going to be friends. I did hear, like, in regards to, like, rumors about the character, that I guess he does have, like, a thing a little bit for Tatum, but, like, he's, like, considered, and this is their wording, not mine, but he's considered the hot, creepy neighbor. That's how he was basically, that's the words they used for his character months ago when discussing him. So I think he could have a thing for Tatum. My thing is this, is if he really does die in that scene, we see him get drug away, unless Jess is either not really his mom or she's just an evil fucking person, I don't think Anna Camp's going to be the killer if he actually does get killed off. Because he's supposed to be her son.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see a mom and son team up. I don't know, man. We just did something similar in Scream 6, you know?
Unless they're related to Stu.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes it a little better.
I said it while people are looking at Leslie Mocker being Anna Camp or whatever and stuff. What if Stu, if we think he's been alive all these years, what if this motherfucker had a fucking family, had a wife, had a kids, and he turned them into a killer family? I mean, we get the whole TCM vibes with the poster. Is it really that impossible to believe that if Stu has been somewhat living a civilized life in hiding for a long time, that maybe along the way he did meet somebody, and had kids to her, had a kid to her, and voila, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean,
all right, so let me pull this bad boy up because, yeah, bro, his face, he looks like a fuck.
But he also looks like a red herring, though, too.
We'll see if you feel the same way.
They're all going to be red herrings at some point.
Yes. All right, so here it is right here.
He doesn't like he's going to be as funny as Stu. Or as charming.
Look at that face. Look at that face, bro.
Yeah, I want to punch it.
Like, he just looks like a fucking killer.
Yeah.
He has that stare that Billy had, that mean, like, cruel stare. That's what he has.
Yeah.
There's even the scene, if you look at it close.
Who's the guy?
No, go ahead.
Who's the guy in the brown jacket at the bottom?
He's supposed to be the teacher, the theater teacher or something. That's what it's being rumored anyway.
Why the fuck is he on this poster?
Mm-hmm.
On the main poster, like, I just feel like he might be a death scene or something, but like they just have I feel like too many characters on the poster, on that one poster, with everybody.
Well, I mean, if they're going to go Scream 3 original concept style, I mean, maybe some of these motherfuckers get killed off and rise up at the end.
And Ethan Embry, man, he ain't got a 4 head, he got a 5 head.
Yo, my boy, like, he could be Stu's like older brother or something like that.
When he salutes, he goes, "Yes, sir." What movie is that from?
Ain't that Major Payne?
Nope. All About the Benjamins.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot that's what he said after the whole hairline shit. Oh.
Where I go? What happened?
No, I pressed the wrong thing. My bad, buddy.
Oh. No, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Does look like a killer. Like, I think it would be kind of crazy, like, if there's like a love triangle thing with Tatum and her boyfriend and this guy, and maybe like there's a big fight scene, because it'd be cool, like, instead of the boyfriend being the killer, maybe he helps save her in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, I think that you're muted.
Maybe Sam Reckoner's a Derek.
Yeah.
I mean, we all expect him to be the killer. What if in this time around, in regards to Tatum's character, she has her Derek, like Sidney had in Scream 2, that she mistakenly got warped by, manipulated by Mickey to basically go against.
Yeah.
It's possible, man. All right, so let's keep playing this bad.
Everyone you love, we're gonna burn it all down.
Where is my daughter?
Okay. So, Destin, what in that dialogue caught your ears the most?
Shit.
I'm good. Don't worry. I'm here.
I went 3D for a minute. I don't know, man. All of it, really. I mean,
Also, you didn't catch that last part.
What? No. What is it?
We're gonna burn it all down. Not I'm gonna burn it down.
Oh, dude.
Burn it all down.
Yeah, we're gonna burn it all down.
Bro. And now when you think about when that's being said during the phone call to Sidney. So that tells us, bro, this opening scene, or this scene at Stu's house cannot be the fucking opening. It just can't. It cannot be.
Unless they say it again. Unless
they have plans of burning more shit down.
Yeah.
I guess, but it just seems kind of like misplaced if they were to do that. To me, if you're going to reference burning anything down, it better be that fucking house on, what is it, 251 Turner Lane or whatever it is and shit. It better be that. I don't want to hear nothing else about burning down unless it's in reference to that. Like, oh, man, think about this. Imagine we get these reveals, right? And none of them is Stu.
Yeah.
But then in that cliffhanger, Sidney gets that phone call, and you hear this motherfucker say, "We're gonna burn it all down." Not I'm, we're. That means there's more. That definitely means there is a cult. That just like this scene here in particular, where we see Ghostface raising the knife in the theater. Obviously, we can say that's an homage to Stu Macher because that's his pose, right?
Yeah.
But that pose is also used by cult members for rituals and shit like that. So, and also, Destin, look at that shot. There's a back room there.
I know. I see that, the dark room or the.
Do you think that could be the lair?
Ooh, interesting,
bro. Like, as soon as I saw that red,
you think they're gonna like heavily dig into the cult shit?
I think they're gonna dig into the whole lore of this whole cult, because this is something too, bro. And this is something that brought to my attention or whatnot, that it goes over all of our heads. It really does, because it's so fast in the original movie that when you're listening, you just don't pay no mind to it. The reporter, when Sidney and Tatum are walking past, not Gail, the other reporter, she mentions about the school, thinking it has something to do with the occult. You remember that scene?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then think about this. So that's said in the first movie. And then in the third movie, that was supposed to be the original concept before we got what we got, Kevin Williamson was going to go with a cult of Ghostface. That tells us the seeds have been planted since fucking day one. This has been his vision since day one. And Scream 7, by fucking golly, we are gonna get it, baby. And I can't fucking wait. Let's go. I'm fucking pumped up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Oh,
bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, you might be right, man. They might really dive in, especially after some of the stuff in 6. Like, I guess they really, the time is now. The time is really now if you're really going to dig into that. They got a lot of ground to cover if they're going to do all the stuff that we're talking about, man. And I think they will. Also, I wanted to remind you, dude, you do have another super chat.
Oh, snap. I'm so sorry, everybody in the chat. You guys know how this gets. We get going. We just go. I apologize. I'm getting a little worked up over here. Getting a little excited. I'm feeling a little woozy here. But all right, so we do have another super chat in the house. From Shannon. Thank you so much again, Shannon. I greatly appreciate you. Saying, where the F is Anna Camp? We still haven't seen her besides the poster. Same with Carrie's man, Ethan Embry. That is a fantastic question. Destin, I'll let you start off with this. Where do you think Anna Camp is? Like, Anna Camp kind of has this where in the world is Carmen Santiago thing going on.
Yeah.
We see her in the poster. We don't see her in no trailers, no TV spots, nothing else. Like, what do you make of this?
If it's too obvious that she's the killer, like she's there, she pops in, okay, girls, have fun, blah, 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 blah. Like, I could see a thing of like her. She's supposed to be a neighbor of Sydney's or whatever. Are we going to get something kind of like Scream 4 where the houses are next door to each other and they have to run back and forth? That would be kind of cool. Maybe not very next door, maybe a couple houses down or across the street or something. Ooh, I like that more. Across the street, kind of like Halloween. That would be really cool. But if she's just kind of like the cool mom or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, man, she's the killer. She's got to be the killer. It's gonna be too obvious. Ethan Embry, I think he's gonna be in the movie. I think he's gonna serve a purpose as far as like giving some backstory possibly on this cult of Ghostface, how it's like bigger than you possibly know. Like maybe the patient or whoever gets killed. What if it's a, I don't know if we could say it on, what if they take their own self out, if it's a patient that does that, but in the vein for the cult thing. And then and then Ethan Embry's like the person that's been working there for years, and he gives a lot of insight on stuff, kind
of like that in the beginning of Halloween 4 with that orderly who was telling the ambulance, or the security guard who was telling the ambulance coming to pick up Michael about the history of Michael, and as well some of the history of Ridgemont.
Yeah, and maybe he has like a record. He has records of like other people that's been patients at this hospital.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, and they realized there's some names in there that they were like, holy shit,
Bro, that'd be crazy. Now, I want to ask you this, and now I don't think it's going to happen, but it is worth mentioning that Samantha Carpenter had antipsychotic medicine in Scream 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody brought this to my attention in regards to the theory. How would you feel if the mention of Samantha that we get is that she's actually in Fallbrook Psychiatric?
Ooh. Like that's where she went for a while?
That's where
she is there.
What if she's the cameo?
Dude, that would be wild.
And she's locked away. Maybe she locked herself away because, and this is something that now I take into greater consideration when I rewatch Scream 5. When she tells when she tells Tara that she had to get away from her, she couldn't be around her, and that she had to go away. Where did she go away to for a while? And you see that pill bottle, that tells me she had to have done time in a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what if she was a patient? Like, you see her name in the book or whatever of the patients, and or Ethan Embry talks about, there's this. It kind of reminds me of this girl one time that was here, Carpenter. Sam Carpenter, and they're like, who? Or something like that. Wouldn't that be crazy, dude?
Bro.
Like, what if Jenna Ortega is the cameo? Does anybody even like think about that? Like, what if she's the cameo? Not in the psychiatric ward, but just
she could be. She could be, but I feel like as much as people love Jenna Ortega, in the Scream franchise, fans love Samantha more.
Right. And what if that wouldn't that be wild? That if the opening kill is Jenna Ortega and it's like, I'm gonna finish what I started.
Bro, I said this in regards to Scream 7 doing, and even Samantha. People may not believe it or want to see it, but they could very well kill these characters off in the beginning of the movie. Now, obviously, we would most likely assume it's not going to be Melissa or Jenna. They would most likely have to recast these characters unless they came to a secret deal. But what did we see at the beginning of Scream 3? We saw a legacy character in Cotton Weary get killed off.
Yeah.
So what if at the beginning of Scream 7, especially if this scene at Stu Macher's house ends up being the ending scene, ends up being the cliffhanger? What if in the opening of Scream 7, we see these characters who look like Samantha and Tara or whatnot, and they get killed off by Ghostface? And then when we cut over to Sydney in her house, in her kitchen, and she does that little turnaround, and she has a look of concern on her face that we see in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
What if that's her hearing a news bulletin about Samantha and Tara getting killed, like she did with Cotton Weary? People forget about that scene with Cotton at the beginning when we first see Sydney. She is in her kitchen, or she's arriving at her house. She goes in her kitchen. She's feeding her dog, and then the TV cuts on, or she turns the TV on, and Hollywood is railing today over the news of controversial talk show host Cotton Weary. And then she just looks, and then she walks towards the living room, and she's just like shocked, concerned, but she's shocked. Here in this moment in the trailer where we see her have that look on her face, she doesn't look shocked, but she looks concerned, like something interesting is catching her attention.
Right. Yeah.
So what if that's it? What if it's a news bulletin of the Carpenter sisters getting killed? Now, I'll also say, what if they don't show us the Carpenter sisters getting killed off? They just mention it in that news bulletin. Well, now, if creators wanted to in the future, and if things were to line up as Spyglass, whether we're to sell the rights or make amends with Melissa, well, now you can kind of go with the Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, Carrie Tate route with Halloween H2O and said she faked her death.
Yeah. And I want to take back my theory, too, about maybe Jenna would be the opening kill. I would like to see that. I think that would be kind of cool. But I think that even if she is an opening kill, I think they would still show clips of her in these trailers for marketing purposes.
Right. Nah, yeah, and I think if Jenna was going to be in here, considering that she's got a huge fan base, they want to capitalize on putting those asses in the seats.
Right.
So, but this is interesting from Dude 08 VQ. What if the cameo is Jennifer Love Hewitt as Julie James, and she shouts at Sid and says, "What are you screaming for?"
Oh, shit.
What are you screaming for? And then she gets hit by a bus.
That needs to be in Scary Movie 6.
That would be Scary Movie 6. I would say this. I wouldn't mind a crossover. I don't want to say a crossover full on, but I wouldn't mind a JLH fucking cameo as Julie James in Scream 7, because that's in the same universe. Just different killers.
What if before Sydney comes on, they already have Gail has a guest on already, and who she's interviewing is Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's possible.
She walks off, and then like Sid and her have like a moment backstage before she goes on. Like a passing of the torch type of thing, even though you don't really need it, but like The Rock and Arnold did it in The Rundown. Or something like that.
That'd be cool. I mean, I think it'd just be cool just to see them two on screen together, and just the nice tie-in between Scream and Halloween, how that's always worked. I personally don't think a passing of the torch type of moment would be needed, because to me, Sydney's the better final girl, the more badass final girl. That's just, and this is coming from a diehard Michael Myers Halloween fan. Love Laurie Strode. She's not Sydney Prescott. She's just not. Sydney walked into the door as a badass. It took Laurie some time to become that.
It would be a cool little nod, though. Think about this, like them not really knowing each other, just like they talk about family ties or something backstage, and it's like, family's really fucked up. Trauma is a real thing. And she's like, yeah, my brother tried to kill me. So did mine.
That would be fucking great. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. Oh, my brother tried to kill me. Yeah, so did mine. We have a lot in common.
Right?
That's fucking hilarious. Carrie saying, I think they will turn on Marco and kill him before they escape, though, unfortunately. Ooh, that's interesting.
I do think Ethan Embry is going to be the one that's like easily influenced to let so-and-so out, and then he gets double-crossed and killed or something,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. But
He's
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I've seen, like, I'll be honest, because we've talked about this in regards to wanting our Ghostface killers to be intimidating and have a presence with them and stuff like that, right? Bro, Ethan Embry's still in fantastic shape for his fucking age. Like, motherfuckers walk.
Yeah. He'd be a great Ghostface.
On the trailer, he looks pretty fucking intimidating.
On the trailer?
I mean, on the poster.
He
pretty intimidating. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing this dude be a fucking Ghostface, like, and actually, like, not like turn on him early or kill him early. If you're going to reveal he's a Ghostface, let him make it to the final act. We need more killers who look like him. We do. We need more killers who look imposing, who look like they could be the ones underneath the costume. You know, granted, my boy does got that, you know, all about the Benjamin's hairline thing.
I'm wondering why they got him looking like that. They got him looking skeezy, man.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck it. I just feel like his character, like when you look at him, he looks like he could be an intimidating presence. But I like this idea from Carrie, and I think this could happen in regards to him being a part of the cult, but they turn on him in order to escape, or whoever this mental patient is that is going to play some importance. Marco is helping them, but they turn on Marco so that they can do their deed and do whatever and get out or whatever and stuff like that. So I like that idea, and I can see that happening. Another comment from there was another comment from Carrie. There it is. But real quick, I do want to comment on J Rod's comment saying, I'd personally love to see Jamie Lee Curtis make a cameo in Scream 7. Why not? They had Carrie Fisher in Scream 3. That's a big name too. Yeah, that's Princess Leia. That's right.
But it not be, you know, Laurie Strode. It's just it's just somebody
Jamie
else.
Lee Curtis. You just like
let her play herself. Let her play herself.
She plays a character and they play it off like they did with Carrie Fisher. Like, do you look just like her? I've been hearing it my whole life. It's okay. I was up for Princess Leia once, and you know who got it? The one who slept with George Lucas. I love that because it's like she's literally talking about herself. Like, that's awesome. Like, so I would George down to see something like that for Jamie Lee Curtis in Scream 7.
Yeah, I think that's a wise thing to do. Actually, I think it fits.
I agree, especially
it'll break the tension.
Especially if, not saying I think this movie is going to have a problem putting asses in the seats the first weekend or the first couple of weeks, but if people go to see this movie, like it, and then if they go tell others who haven't seen it yet, yo, dude, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Wait, what? Jamie Lee Curtis is in a Scream movie?
Yeah.
Regal, can I purchase reserve 2 tickets for Scream 7 at 8:00 tonight? Like, that's easily word of mouth, more asses in the seats.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it might be the secret cameo. It could be, you know.
Absolutely. Now, we are going to end up calling it a night here soon, everyone. I know Destin has to get up and go to work in the morning. Let's say we ride it out till the 2 hour and 15-minute mark, and then we'll call it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize what time it was. Thanks for.
Yeah, no doubt. But I just peeked down real quick, and I'm like, oh shit, it's 1:31. That means it's 12:30 his time. That means his ass got to get up in a few hours.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. But Carrie's saying, yo, what if the two that are at the Stu Airbnb are in the cult, and Ghostface kills them, then burns the Stu house down to show he's going rogue, and goes after the rest of the cult members? Ooh, that would be interesting. I
would say this. I don't think the girl is. I could see Jimmy being that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he brought her there to kill her. That's how much of a big fan he is
right.
This is a whole setup, but then the real Ghostface comes out and kills him and her.
Right.
You know?
I'm not against that, Carrie. I agree with Destin. I think Jimmy Tatro's character, Scott, would make a little bit more sense just because he kind of has that feel to him as well. And he seems like his character is a massive Stab fan, and his girlfriend's just like, yeah, I ain't feeling this shit. You know what I mean? So I love the idea of the killer going rogue, especially if it's Stu. Like, if we get all these other killer reveals in Scream 7 and they are basically a part of the cult, but then we get that cliffhanger at Stu's house and then we see Ghostface walking away from the house. I think that would be a great way and setup to have Stu go into Scream 8 going rogue. I like that idea. I don't know if I like him going after the rest of the cult members, because unless the cult members who are the killers that are revealed in Scream 7, unless they win. If they win, if Ghostface wins this time around, then maybe. But I guess I just don't see how they could do that. Like,
yeah.
Especially if the focus is still going to be on Sydney and her daughter. Now, if the focus wasn't going to be on Sydney and her daughter going past 7.
Yeah, that had to be like its own movie.
Yeah.
I feel like
a bad concept to go with.
That is a cool concept. That's a really cool concept. Even if it ain't for Scream, that's a cool concept for a movie.
It is.
Now the picture of them by the fountain, you notice that picture frame is in that psych ward. Like it's so whoever is in there.
I never thought you'd ask.
Look at all the sketches and stuff around the side.
Yep.
I mean, that was a promotional image, obviously, from whenever 1996 Scream came out. But who took that picture and why do they have it?
Right.
Was this some? I'm thinking it's somebody that went to high school with them. You know, like somebody that was there. Maybe it's Roman.
I was just about to say, somebody said in my chat earlier, what if it was fucking Roman who took that picture?
And what if like getting shot in the head didn't kill him? Like it just made him brain dead and dumb? Like that's mean to say, but you know what I mean? Like
no, but you know what would make sense if this was Angelina.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Especially if they were to reveal that she's alive and she helped Roman and maybe she's working with Stu or however they would do that. Like, I just worry that this photo is going to be nothing more than what I Know What You Did Last Summer did with Julie James's photo of all of them on her mantle.
Yeah.
However, I do have an outlier theory that this could be Sydney. That this could be Sydney in the mental hospital, but this ain't like earlier in the movie. This is in the end or something like that. And it's going to be a part of my other theory for Tatum in order for me to extrapolate it the way to where it could make sense or whatnot. I'll put it to you this way. I'll throw you this question, right?
Yeah.
What if in Scream 8, they take the approach that Halloween Resurrection went with Laurie Strode and puts Sydney in a mental asylum?
I don't like it, man. I don't like that.
I don't neither, but
I don't want to see my girl like that, man.
But
I'm telling you right now, I'm putting money down on this, and whenever I do my stream, because I do have a stream that I want you on, I want a lot of us on. It's coming up this Friday. Of us, it's called Guess Who. We're gonna tier. We're gonna play a Guess Who. Everybody's a suspect game, and we're gonna tier list it out of like who we ultimately think it is. And we're gonna lock in our numbers. We're gonna lock in our suspects and have it a final thing. But that being said, this situation here, I don't know why. I have a deep feeling, and I could be wrong, but every time I see anything with this psych ward and this room and all that kind of stuff, I just feel like it's Jill. I just feel like that's Jill's cameo. I think that's I'm putting money on it. That's who it is.
It could be. I'm on board with that. I think it definitely could be as well.
She got shocked in the head with the defibrillator.
Right.
You know, and she was supposed to come back anyways. It's something that Kevin Williamson can still toy with the character a little bit, even though he didn't get to finish what he wanted to do.
Right.
You know? So
I think it could be. I think what a lot of people miss when they hear the dialogue from Ghostface, I've been planning this for a long time. Well, Scream 7 is the 15-year anniversary of Scream 4.
yeah.
15 years, especially in a mental asylum, is a long time to plan an escape and a long time to plan a new killing spree.
Yeah.
You know, like, and for those who will say, oh, well, if Jill is in a mental hospital, wouldn't Sidney know about this? Here's the thing. If she chose to know about it, because in the state of California, you have the option to basically sign off on a waiver if I had somebody who tried to kill me, and this motherfucker lived and is in a psych ward somewhere, I have the ability to decide whether I want to be notified of when this person gets released or if they end up escaping, or I also have the option to not keep tabs on them. And the reason why I think that is very important, especially in regards to Sidney's character, is because it's not impossible to believe that if Jill did survive her injuries in Scream 4, she did end up in a psych ward, Sidney might have chose not to keep tabs on her because, one, she might think that she's brain dead because of the defibrillator. She might think that. But also think about it like this. Out of darkness, Sidney isn't living in fear no more. So she wouldn't have to feel the need to want to keep tabs on Jill because she's just not living in that fear no more. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, this is why I find that piece of dialogue from Sidney in the trailer where it looks like she's talking to Gail. Like, this isn't going to stop unless I stop it.
Yeah.
I love that they added that for her character because I genuinely believe, and we've even said it when Scream 5 and Scream 6 with Samantha's character and the possibility of Stu coming back even during that storyline. No matter what, if Stu does come back, especially, Sidney has to be the one to end this. When you talk about the original storyline in the past and everything that is connected to the past, Sidney has to be the one to end it all. She just does. She is the past. You end it with her. And then finally, maybe after you do give her happy ending again, now maybe we can start transitioning into some other Scream movies where we focus on new characters in different settings and different locations, because that's the beauty of this franchise. With this figure, with this character, Ghostface, it can be anyone, and you can have a Ghostface attack anywhere at any given time.
Right. You can go off with Kirby, and you could go off with Chad and Mindy. You could do anything.
Bro, that's gonna haunt me if we never get that with Kirby again, or at least explore her character as the FBI agent and maybe get some insight in regards to what led her to start investigating Jason and Greg in Atlanta. Like, I've always wanted them to dig deep back into the files, like if they're gonna bring Kirby and maybe do this spinoff that was rumored. Give me some of that. I want to know what really led Kirby to being an FBI agent. I know she somewhat vaguely explains it. I think it was to Tara and stuff about, you know, basically wanted to beat the monsters or whatever and shit like that. But I want to know exactly what led her to specializing in Ghostface attacks. That's what I want. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah. For sure.
Interesting stuff, man. There's a lot of shit that's been coming.
I also think that Richie's back too as AI or something.
You think so? What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, he was asked about that a while back whenever he was signing some autographs, and he said that he couldn't talk about it. What can you not talk about?
Right.
You know, if you're not a part of it, you could just say, no, I'm not a part of it. But you acted like there was a possibility. Now, once they start doing the red carpet stuff or whatever, they start doing the premiere, if certain actors are showing up to it, like him, like Skeet Ulrich, stuff like that, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're in the movie, you know?
Right.
So because that's how it kind of with Scream 6, he kept saying, you know, Skeet Ulrich was saying, well, I don't know if I'm in the movie. I don't know. I don't blah blah blah. I don't think so. They haven't called me. And then you see him on the premiere, and it's like, yeah, you're in the movie.
Yeah.
Same thing with Richie.
If I see him show up to the premiere of Scream 7, I'm going to expect him to be in the movie.
Right. And same thing with what's his name? He plays Richie. He was there too, but they showed his footage and stuff at the end, you know, and at the theater. So that's why he was there, because he did do extra shoots for all that extra footage.
Destin, it's so interesting that you brought up the name of Richie Kirsch, because I find it interesting that Scream is hitching their wagon to the Super Bowl, right? Having these advertisements, having these trailers. And the reason why I find that so fascinating, Destin, is because somehow, some way, our boy Richie found a way to resurrect himself from the dead and lead the Seattle Seahawks to the Super Bowl.
Is his last name Kirk?
That's their quarterback. That's the Seahawks quarterback.
Oh shit. Okay.
Tell me you don't look like Jack Quaid.
Yeah, he kind of do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, I said that shit in a group chat with Jordan and Pam the other day. I was like, I said, isn't this the greatest redemption arc ever? This motherfucker got killed brutally by Samantha Carpenter at the end of Scream 2022. Somehow got resurrected and was placed as the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks in the NFL, and now he's going to the Super Bowl. And how ironic, Scream 7 is promoting on the Super Bowl. Yeah. I don't think it's a coincidence. They know what they're doing. This Jack Quaid motherfucker's playing in the game. We got to promote.
I do feel like this, and I know we do got to wrap up.
Yes.
I do have to go to bed, but I do feel like if they ever do go back to the Carpenter sister with Richie's situation and all that kind of stuff, they need to go back to Roman numerals to keep up with like the timeline. You know, like now we're going back to 7. You know, like the originals. You know, I feel like if they ever do explore that again, they need to go back to Roman numerals for the screen. So kind of keep it in track of like what they were doing, you know.
No, I agree. It's, you know what I mean? Like I like the Roman numerals in regards to Scream, you know, promotion and stuff too. I thought the V1 was really, really slick. You know? So that'd be cool if they did go back to some Roman numeral letterings. One thing before we head out, and I mentioned this in my video earlier, that I wish they would stop doing with promotion. Do you ever realize this is whenever we get to the end credits roll, they're like, Scream. The voice advertiser always says Scream at the end of it, instead of Scream 7, Scream 6, Scream 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay, I never noticed that.
It's always just Scream. It's like, no, motherfucker, this is Scream 7. Please.
Yeah.
How hard is it for you to just say 7 after saying Scream? I get it. It's not that big of a deal, probably to some. I look at it from, if I wasn't a diehard, if I was a casual who was like, oh, this movie looks kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It says Scream 7, but then at the end I hear Scream.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Because
that's interesting.
I look at, okay, there's Scream 1996, there's Scream 22. So wait a minute. I know it says Scream 7 here on the logo, but which one are we in? What do I need to catch up with? I'm confused.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It'd be cool if it was Ghostface's voice during the advertisement.
Oh, that would be really slick.
Yeah.
Damn. Really I don't understand why they never thought to do that.
Right. I don't know, man.
That would be slick, bro. Oh man, they need to do that going forward.
Yeah.
Somebody clip this part out so what Destin just says gets out there in the ether, so maybe somebody can use that for Scream 8.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Like if he's like, you've never seen this before, Scream.
Right.
You know, like that'd be crazy.
Sick. Hell yeah. And to close out the episode of the podcast, I am going to comment on this last comment from PLLA3P saying, also, something you both missed, Marcus and Destin, is the scene where Tatum is running is reminiscent or an homage to Helen in the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. I didn't miss it. I seen it earlier, and I guess I can see where some people feel like it's a reminiscent or homage to Helen. I guess I'm going to have to, I want to wait to see exactly the extent of this chase scene before I can give it that much praise. Because that chase scene with Helen is iconic forever. And I'm not saying this chase scene or Tatum running around the town of Pine Grove doesn't like kind of give the feel of that, but it also matters how long is she going to be running like that. You know, Helen was trucking for a minute, you know, so if we see Tatum running, but it's not as long as Helen, or just certain, you know, shots don't line up with what we've seen in Helen Shivers' chase, I personally can't give it, you know, that much praise. But I can understand where some of you are like, this does kind of look reminiscent to Helen Shivers and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Obviously, also because Kevin Williamson is co-writing / directing Scream 7. So, hey, if you guys definitely are getting those vibes like hardcore, that's awesome. I hope this chase scene with Tatum is exactly like Helen Shivers, or maybe even better. I'm just going to wait till we get to see the movie before I can really say it's reminiscent or an homage to Helen in that chase scene. That's just me. What do you think, real quick, Destin, before we head out?
Yeah, I don't really want to put it up there to that. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a really good chase scene. I think it's going to be really good. It feels a little too empty, in my opinion. But I think it's going to be, I mean, it's probably, obviously it's the middle of the night or something. But I think that, I don't know, with everything that, I mean, with like her hanging out the window and almost getting got and getting dropped. And then like, there is a lot going on, you know, and it never let up the attention. You know what I mean? This seems like there's going to be moments of her sneaking around, and then her maybe taking him out, and then him taking her out, and they're fighting, and then she gets the upper hand. Helen Shivers never really got the upper hand of the hook. So you're going to feel a heroic moments through the chase scene. It feels like even the part where she shoots Ghostface through the door. I think that's going to be part of the whole situation too, inside the coffee shop. So there's going to be moments of that's going to relieve that tension that it kept. And I Know What You Did Last Summer with Helen Shivers. So I don't know if it can live up to that. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know neither, but we're going to find out. And if there's anybody who could make it better, it's the guy who did it with I Know What You Did Last Summer in the first place. And that's Kevin Williamson. Now, we are about to head out for the night, you guys. Destin does have to get up and go to work in the morning, and I kind of do too, even though I have a little bit more leeway. Don't have to be in at 10, but I do want to handle some other things behind the scenes and set up some more streams for later on in the week. I do want to answer this by Jimmy Mac 87. Thank you for being here. Asking, how does Kirby specialize in Ghostface attacks when the only thing that's happened was Scream 5? They imply in Scream 6 that there could have been Ghostface attacks in Atlanta or something that was suspicious enough for Kirby to investigate Jason and Greg. So that's where you get that idea there in regards to her specializing in Ghostface attacks, because maybe in Atlanta or maybe wherever else she's been as an FBI agent, maybe there have been Ghostface attacks that have never been put onto film or put in regards to a Scream movie for the story to be told. Yeah, Russ, I'm being serious. Russ saying, Marcus, you got me, Marcus. Ghostface must have really been desperate to put him in the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, like, it's the greatest redemption arc in history. Richie Kirsch, the Seattle I keep wanting to say Supersonics because I'm so used to basketball and I used to like watching that team. But Richie Kirsch is the Seattle Seahawks quarterback. And come Sunday, he is going to demolish the New England Patriots. And he's going to bring a Super Bowl title home to the Scream franchise. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see. Greatest redemption story arc ever. But all right, everybody. this is going to be the end of episode 4 of the Raw Footage Podcast. I greatly appreciate every single one of you who hung out tonight. We steadily kept anywhere between close to 35 to almost 40 people this entire time. And this was on a late night. And that says a lot. You guys are awesome.
On a Monday.
On a Monday night, too. On a Monday. So greatly appreciate you guys' everlasting support. Stay tuned. Keep your notifications on. I am going to have some streams later on in the week. I'm going to have some more episodes of the podcast as well. But I will notify you guys that I am going to start transitioning and doing other horror movie related movies, like talking about other stuff like Saw. I do want to catch up on some Silent Night, Deadly Night. I haven't got to talk about that yet. So there is going to be some other content outside of Scream coming onto the channel because now I have a little bit more flexibility in time with my work schedule to where I can do that. So again, guys, this was definitely a fun time. Destin, thank you for being on this episode of the podcast with me, brother. This was an excellent stream. It just went by so fucking fast.
It really did, man. It's like old times again, dude. Like it always does.
Flow. It was just flow, bro. So obviously I'm going to catch you backstage for a couple minutes. Everybody else, get some rest. I will catch you guys later in the week. Be safe. And thank you guys again for watching.
Bye, everyone.
You are now watching I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel.
I shot him 6 times.